What's up, guys? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today we're going to see if a dumpster could save your life. I thought about how I was going to get in this thing, but not how I was going to get out of this thing. Oh, I'm too old for that. So let's talk about this dumpster. It's old and the bottom is rusted out. I was actually pretty afraid to get inside that thing. I thought I was going to fall through, but luckily it worked out. The bottom's rusted out, but the sides are still good. There's some surface rust on there, but they're still in good shape. Look at all those little raccoon paw prints where they've been getting in the dumpster. So the sides aren't super thick, but you still have two sides to go through if you were hiding behind this thing. And we also have to consider that there would most likely be trash piled inside the dumpster, but we will not have trash inside the dumpster today. Okay, let's scoot back a little bit and get started. So we're about 25 yards back from the dumpster, and we're going to start out with a 22 long rifle. This is a Smith & Wesson Victory, and we have some 40 grain lead bullets. Also, I'm sure you noticed that we're shooting under a canopy today. It's really hot, and it's been really hot for the last few months. I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of the sun glaring into the camera. So I went and picked this thing up today, and so far, it's been pretty nice. All right. Let's go check it out. Well, the 22 put a pretty good dent in that dumpster. I'm a little surprised. Took the paint off. And let's look in here. Well, we've got two little bulges right here. Up next, we're going to use 380. This is a Ruger LCP2. And we have some 95 grain full metal jackets. Okay, looks like the 380 did not make it through the dumpster. It did put a little bulge back here though. Okay, up next we're going to use 9mm. This is a Glock Gen 4 Model 19. So for 9mm we're going to use two different bullets. We're going to use a full metal jacket and a hollow point. This is a Remington green and white box 124 grain full metal jacket, and this is Colt defense ammunition manufactured by DoubleTap ammunition, and this is a 124 grain jacketed hollow point. I'll shoot the full metal jacket first and then the hollow point. Let's go check it out. So it looks like the full metal jacket made it through, and the hollow point, it looks like it got stuck. Here's where the full metal jacket hit, and it looks like just the jacket of the hollow point got stuck in the dumpster. Here's where the full metal jacket hit, and it put just a tiny dent in the back wall. And then here we have a mark from the hollow point. So it looks like the jacket got caught here, but the lead bullet inside continued on, and it put a dent in the back as well. Next in line is the 45 ACP. We'll be using a Springfield Armory 1911 Model A1. So again, we're going to use a full metal jacket and a hollow point. This is a Remington green and white box 230 grain full metal jacket. And this is Underwood ammunition. This is a 230 grain bonded jacketed hollow point plus P. So the full metal jacket made a nice dent, and surprisingly the hollow point made it through the dumpster. But you got to remember that was a plus P 45 ACP. And right there is the bullet. Now let's step it up to 10mm. This is a Glock Gen 4 Model 20. And we're going to be using some Underwood ammo 180 grain full metal jackets and some Underwood ammo 180 grain jacketed hollow points. Woo. So both the full metal jacket and the hollow point went through the front of the dumpster. Both rounds made dents on the back of the dumpster, but they did not make it through. They did make some pretty good bulges on the back of the dumpster though. I think it's time we step it up to some revolvers. This is a .357 Magnum. This is a Taurus model, I don't know, it's an old Taurus. All I can tell you is that it has a 6-inch barrel. We're going to be using some Underwood ammo, 158 grain bonded jacketed hollow points. Woo! That may have went through both sides. Okay, we have a pretty big hole in the front, but did we make it through the other side? We did not. That is really surprising. I thought that the .357 Magnum was going to go through both sides. Let's check it out real quick back here. Whoa, it made a really big bulge though. Well, if the 357 Magnum can't do it, step it up to the 44 Magnum. We have a Ruger Super Red Hot 44 Magnum with a 9.5 inch barrel, and we're going to be using some Underwood ammo, 240 grain hollow points. Here's our entrance hole. Yep, we made it through the back. Dang. That's impressive. But now I'm wondering, what if this top is down? Does it have enough to make it all the way through the back of the dumpster and the plastic lid? Okay, the 44 Magnum made it through both sides of the dumpster, but now I want to see if it can make it through both sides of the dumpster and the plastic lid. So here's where we hit the second time. We went through the back, but did we make it through the lid also? We did! Well, the 44 Magnum went through both sides of the dumpster, so I guess we're done. Just kidding. We're going to shoot it with a few other things. This is a Taurus Raging Bull 454 Casull with a 6.5 inch barrel. Also, I might add that it has a custom Cerakote. This is Magpul Flat Dark Earth, and then the cylinder and all the controls are black. So see, your cylinder release is black, your trigger's black, your hammer's black, and I put a all black grip on it. The grip before had like red on the back. I didn't like that. So turned out really good. I really like this gun. We're going to be using some Underwood ammo, 300 grain hollow points. So we went through the front of the dumpster, and it looks like we went through the back of the dumpster, including the lid. That's a pretty good size hole. So we had some technical difficulties after shooting the 454 Casull. All the footage after that did not save. So instead of showing you what our results are, I'm out here the next day and we're going to do it again. So now we're going to shoot the dumpster with a 500 Magnum. This is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum Performance Center with a 10.5 inch barrel. And we're going to be using some Underwood ammo, 500 grain flat points. Let's go check it out. So we hit right here and made a very big hole, and then went through the back of the dumpster, and then went through the lid. So at this point, I highly doubt the dumpster is going to stop a rifle, but we'll shoot it with 1 or 2 rifles anyways. So here's a Wyndham Weaponry AR-15, and we're loaded up with some 223 full metal jackets. Let's go check it out. So we have 3 hits here in the front. And all 3 cut through that dumpster like a hot knife through butter. And messed up our lid pretty good too. So now let's finish up with an AK-47. This is a Century Arms C39 V2. And we're loaded up with some 7.62 by 39 soft points. Okay, so here's our 3 hits, and it looks like I almost got 2 in the same hole. And we have 3 holes out the back of the dumpster, and also through the lid. So, could a dumpster save your life? I think you'd be okay with semi-automatic pistols, but when you start getting into the big stuff, especially rifles, I don't think it's going to stop anything. You gonna come out here and bug me while I'm filming, huh? Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, make sure you hit that little bell at the top. It's going to give you notifications when we upload new videos. Also, be sure to check out Kentucky Ballistics Clothing and check us out on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those are in the description down below, or you can find them on our website, KentuckyBallistics.com. Again, my name is Scott. Thank you for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.